Good morning. I think I am finally live with this first live stream here on my YouTube channel. I hope, please do comment if there is anything strange about the sound or the video. It is actually looking a little bit fuzzy to me, so I hope that it's okay for you. I think I have all the settings right. Anyway, I normally do a live skincare chat on a Saturday morning over on my Facebook page, which if you're not following us there, do go over. It's Skin Essentials by Mariga on Facebook, and I post daily tips, news and updates over there as well. So here on the YouTube channel, I tend to stick to kind of the longer videos, the more detailed ones, but I thought let's give this live stream a go, because I know that the audience I have here on YouTube is very different from the Facebook one. So let's see if you prefer this format or if you're happier with the regular weekly uploading schedule. Just let me know. Always love to hear your comments. So what I wanted to focus on today really was seasonal skincare, how to keep your skin soft and smooth and keep it from drying out and getting flaky and all these things that normally happen to us as we move into winter. I know that there's a more of an international audience here on YouTube, so we are just moving into winter now. I mean, it's towards the end of September, and it seems like we're just skipping autumn and just going straight into winter. It's wet, it's getting cold and a bit windy. So, earlier than usual, I am going to start bringing my advice to everybody on how to prepare your skin for winter. Because, of course, the big thing is prevention, not cure, as I always say. And the earlier you start, of course, the less impact the change of weather is going to have. So why does your skin change? Why do we need to adapt our skincare routines in winter or for winter? Because we want to do it now for winter. We don't want to wait till we're actually in winter. So why do we do it? Of course, there's different environmental influences. If you are a regular follower of mine, you will know that I always talk about the layers of the skin. The skin is made of layers, and some of the layers are lipid and some are water, and some of course are skin cells. But what I want to talk about today are the layers that are made of water, made of lipids. And they work in synergy, so they help each other. The lipid layers, when they're healthy, keep the water in, and when the water levels are optimized in your skin, then all of your skin functions are carried out at optimal levels. So the most important thing is getting that water and oil balance right in your skin. Now, if you're a personal client of ours here in the clinic, you know that this is the first thing that, no matter what you come in with, this is the first thing that we address. Because without this, nothing else, no other correction can follow. So, what influence does the change in seasons have on these layers? This is what we're looking at, and this is why we need to change. So, obviously there are different environmental influences. Now, I'm very specifically speaking about an Irish winter here, but of course, anywhere that you are, that you have a change of climate where you're moving into cold, this is going to apply the same. So for us, it's wind, it is cold, and it's moving between a hot and a cold environment as you go about your day and go from indoors to outdoors and vice versa. And of course, then when we're indoors, we have the artificial heating or we have fires. So all of this disrupts the environment that we have been used to now for months, and the dry heat sucks that water, or does its best to suck that water out of our skin. And of course, when the water isn't there, the layers aren't adhering, the skin is not protected, irritants can get in easier, and the processes aren't working, your skin is not functioning optimally, and all that reflects as dryness, tightness, more inclined to be sensitive, redness, maybe a little bit itchy if you're dry skinned in any case, and even if you're oily skinned, dehydration. So all skins, dry or oily, can become dehydrated, which is when this water is evaporating too fast. So what we want to do is adapt our skincare routine to protect against these external changes in environment. So just like the skin has the layers of oil and water, we want to be using products to protect those. So we need oil-based products and we need water-based products, because the two, as you know, oil and water don't mix. So if you're already a client of ours, you will know our best selling serum is our lipid repair concentrate. It's has a big affinity with Irish type skins, any of the more Celtic type skins that are susceptible to redness and to dryness. So that would be my first recommendation if you can get your hands on our lipid repair concentrate. Any products that I recommend, you will find links to them in the description bar below as well. So using a bio-identical facial oil is going to help keep those lipids balanced. And of course, when the lipids are balanced, the water already has a better chance of being held in the skin. But to increase that capacity, we want something with hyaluronic acid as well. So a hyaluronic acid product is going to bind water to itself and really hold on to that water in your skin and protect it from evaporation as much as possible. So always looking at the water and the oil elements of the skin separately. So there's never one product that is going to do both. You do need your water-based product from the Skin Essentials range. That's your Hyaluronic Moisture Boost Serum. The way I like to use that is I just put one pump of it in with my, I use the Hydrocollagen Serum or the Age Slowly Serum at night. So if I'm using it during the day, I just mix it with one pump with my collagen serum. If I'm using it at night, one pump with my Age Slowly Serum and put that on. And the lipid repair, again, you use the opposite. So if you're using your water base at night, use your oil-based serum in the morning and vice versa. It just doesn't matter which way around you do it. The only rules there really are if you're using a serum with vitamin A, which would be the Age Slowly, so vitamin A preferably, just to keep that for nighttime, and you can use the others whenever you like. Which leads me on nicely actually to SPF. Of course, you're only going to be using that during the day, and you are going to use that over everything else that you use. It doesn't matter what your climate is, where you live, what the weather is doing, you do need to have SPF every day of the year. It is not just the heat of the sun that damages our skin, it is sunlight. In fact, it's the light from the lights, it's light emitted from screens. So you have to protect your skin from light all the time. So do not neglect your SPF in the winter time, very important. And on that, if you're somebody who suffers from melasma, so you get a darkening of the skin, lots of people who suffer from any of these pigment issues will be aware that they have to protect themselves very, very well in the summer or in any sunny conditions to stop the light and heat element from darkening the melasma. But you're not, unfortunately, getting away with that in the winter either, particularly if you're a heat seeker. So if you're a person who really gets in there and sits on top of the fire, the heat can actually trigger some of these pigment cascades as well. So unfortunately, I don't have good news for you. Winter or summer, you have got to protect yourself from the UV light, and you have got to move back a little bit from direct heat sources as well. So if you've been wondering why your pigment is not fading in the winter, because very often you will hear that it fades back in the winter and just, becomes more prominent in the summer. So if you're finding that that's not happening for you, that might very well be an issue. So increasing hyaluronic acid in your regime, making sure that you're using a bio-identical facial oil, such as our lipid repair concentrate. Do not abandon your SPF in the winter. And the last thing then is to make sure that you're using a suitable moisturizer. If you are oily skinned, yes, you still do need to have a moisturizer. Have a look at our hydrating cream. It is non-greasy, non-shiny, but it will lock in the water content of your skin without adding any oiliness. So that is the one to look at. If you are normal skinned or dry skinned, or if you tend to suffer from the dryness and the flakiness in the winter, then an absolutely stellar product is our Skin Comfort Cream, because that has deep moisturising, again, non-greasy, non-shiny on the surface, but it has deep moisturising, it has anti-irritation, soothing, calming, anti-redness, and of course, very important, antioxidants. So the way you would use that skin comfort cream is at night time over your recommended serums, or during the day, again, over your recommended serums, but not forgetting popping a little touch of SPF over the top. So I think that is everything that I had in mind to say to you about adapting your skincare regime for the new season. And of course, if there are any questions, live questions, now is the time to ask them and I will answer live for you. But of course, if you are watching this on playback, always leave your questions and comments, and I do always come back to you, of course. So thank you very much for bearing with me this far. For those who have, it is my first YouTube live, so be nice. If you do have any suggestions, I will take them on board. And if you liked this, do give it a thumbs up, do subscribe, because if you liked it, then I would be very happy to create more of these live streams for you. So all that remains is to wish you a lovely weekend, and I will see you back here again.